Hello po, maraming salamat at nabigyan na naman po ako ng pagkakataon para magsalita sa harapan ninyo, gumawa ng video at magbigay at mag-share ng aking mga kaalaman. Maraming salamat at pinagbibigyan po tayo palagi ng Panginoon ng mga ganitong pagkakataon. So mga kaibigan, Teacher Sally na naman po ito, nagbabalik po sa inyong harapan. I hope na hindi po kayo magsasawa sa kanonood ng mga videos na aking ina-upload. So this time mga kaibigan, ang ating pag-uusapan ay tungkol sa lesson naman ng ating mga anak. Okay? Balik po tayo sa online learning. So mga kaibigan, samahan niyo po ako, lalong-lalo na mga fellow parents, samahan niyo po ako sa pagtuturo sa ating mga anak. Dahil po sila ang ating future, kailangan po nating turuan ang ating mga anak. So, mga fellow parents, tara na po, turuan na po natin ang ating mga anak. How are you today, class? What are you doing now? Excited na ba kayo? O nalulungkot? O sino sa inyo ang excited? Sino ang nalulungkot naman? At bakit kayo nalulungkot? Is it because of the form of teaching and learning that we are having now? Okay. So my dear learners, we are going to talk about the first lesson that we have for this school year. So let's proceed to our lesson today, my dear pupils. So this is all about real or make-believe. Okay, I know that you have already discussed this with your previous advisor. That is why I am expecting you to perfect the quiz that I'm going to give you at the end of the presentation. Okay? So before we will have the lecture the lecture, may we have our objective first. This is to identify real or make-believe events and images. Okay? So let's proceed, my dear pupils. Okay, so it says there that things are real when, number 1, they exist. What do we mean when we say they exist? They live, isn't it? They survive, they thrive. Okay? Next, we can see them. If we can see things, we can say that they are real. If we can hear their noise, their voices, we can also say that these are real. And if we can feel them, we can taste them, or even touch them. Okay, so we have some examples of real events here. The first one is EDSA Revolution. Okay, so we can say that this is a real event because it really happened here in our country. It is actually a part of the history of the Philippines. The next one is the spread of COVID-19. Isn't it? That is the current situation that we are having now. That is why we are having the online learning. We are having this homeschooling because we don't want to sacrifice our health. So, spread of coronavirus 19 is actually a real event. Okay? Next is online learning for the school year 2020-2021. Okay, my dear pupils, we are actually really having the online learning because of the spread of the coronavirus 2019. Okay, next is the Spanish colonization. Okay, so that is a real thing also, my dear pupils, because we were colonized by the Spaniards for a long time, and I think that is from 1565 until 1898. Okay, so this is really a big part of the history of the Philippines, the Spanish colonization. Okay, next is Lupang Hinirang, our national anthem. Okay, isn't it? That is really our national anthem. So this is a real situation or real event. Okay, it is a real thing. Now let's proceed to the examples of make-believe. Yes, make-believe, as what we have said a while back, that make-believe are situations or events that are not real, that are not true. They don't happen in real life, okay? They don't exist. So number one example is Harry Potter, okay? So this is a movie. Who among you have already watched Harry Potter? Okay? So this is just a make-believe event, or what do you call that one? Movie. Okay, next is Superman. This character is also make-believe, okay? Superman is a make-believe character. Next are the anime movies, and one example is Wolf Children. Okay, these are all movies which are not really happening in real life. Okay, so don't be deceived with these movies because they are not true. They are not real. They are not happening really in the real life. Okay, so we have another example, which is Get Ready to Get Naughty. Okay, so that is one of the titles of the movies. I think that is also a cartoon movie. Yes, a cartoon movie, and that is considered a make-believe movie. Okay, next, let's proceed to The Sword in the Stone, another movie. Yes, and those are the examples of make-believe events or movies. Now, let's proceed to Let's Try, wherein you have to give 3 examples of a real and make-believe events. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to take down 3 examples of real and make-believe events. I know you know this. Actually, as what I have said, this is just a form of review. So I know that you already mastered this. Okay? So, few minutes for that. Okay, so you're done, I think. Now, let's proceed to this one, okay? Read the following list of events, then identify if they are real or make-believe. I have listed 5 here, and you have to identify if they are make-believe or real. Number 1 is The Land Before Time. What do you think is this? Number 2, Bloodletting Project of the Red Cross. Is this make-believe or real? Write your answer in your notebook. Next is The Fox and the Crow. Another one is The Legend of the Blue Sea. Is this a make-believe story or real story? Legend. Okay, it is a legend. Next is The Fox and the Crow. What do you think is the answer? Is it make-believe or real? The Fox and the Crow. Okay, so I know you are done with this. So that's all for today, my dear pupils. I hope that you really understood our lesson, as what I have said a while back, that this is just a form of review. So it is expected for you to perfect the quiz. Okay, so you just take a picture of your outputs and send it to me through private message so that others will not see your answer. Okay, so that's all for today. So my dear parents, we are done with our first lesson. May I encourage you to motivate your children to do more and to study, even if they don't attend classes face-to-face, even if we don't have the face-to-face interaction. Please guide them always, because as I have said from the very start of this video, that they are our future. so they can do a lot to change the world. So that's all. Thank you very much.